Hello everyone, happy Monday. I know it's Monday evening for y'all, for you. I live in Texas, right y'all? And I'm really excited to be here today to share with you some tips and specifically talking about how we can share our story with more confidence and turn our nerves into excitement because chances are, especially as a new coach, you are, even as a veteran coach, I still get nervous at times, and I just try to train myself and change my mindset into, it's not nerves, I'm just excited. So that's what we'll be talking about today. One sec. Keep dropping this piece of paper. So we'll get started in just a few minutes. I know people are joining on, but I also know, hello, hi from Scotland. Hi guys, I know that some people will be watching the recording as well. So we'll get started in just a few minutes. I'm Tania Barron. I guess it would help to introduce myself. If I haven't had a chance to meet you yet, maybe I will meet you in October. I will be in the UK for your Super Saturday events. I will be at 2 events, so hopefully we'll get a chance to meet and have a proper hug. I'm really excited about that. So I'm Tania Barron. I am the founder of Team Machine. We are a 4-time elite team. And we just locked in 5-time elite. And so I'm really excited about that. That just happened last week. And we have been a team for 5 years. August 1st was our 5-year coaching birthday or coaching anniversary. I can't believe it's been 5 years. It's like that, right? It's crazy. So I want you to think about, we haven't even been in the UK for a year yet. So imagine where you will be 5 years from now. It's incredible. I had no idea that I'd be where I'm at today or that our team would be where it is today. I had no idea, especially when you start out as a team of 2. Maybe a team of 1, but a team of 2. It was myself and my husband on that day that I signed up, and I had no idea what I was doing. So we may have worked out together at some point if you've done any of Shaun T programs. I was not in asylum because I was pregnant, so that probably wasn't a great idea. And on Insanity Max 30, I was actually a part of the program. I trained the cast. I was actually behind the camera on that one. So, but we might have worked out together. I might be that girl that you love to hate in Insanity, but hopefully you learn to love again in T25, and or if you've done size. So I'm just really excited to share, what I have, share some tips for you. Now, I have been coaching, I just said 5 years, so this is actually 61 months that I have been coaching. Who's counting, right? 61 months. And I have achieved Success Club 10, at least Success Club 10 or higher for 61 months. I don't say that to boast or brag. I say that to show you that when I make a goal or when I make, a statement to myself, a promise to myself that I'm going to hit these goals, I'm pretty relentless and I don't stop. So my name is The Machine, right? So I am a machine in fitness. I was more of a machine back in Insanity. I can't believe that was like 9 years ago. But I'm also a machine in business and in goals. And I also would like to celebrate, because I know some of my team are watching here in the UK. We just celebrated 8-star diamond in our business. So I'm wearing my 8-star diamond jacket. I'm really excited for that. But we also just started 10-star qualification. So I'm just really excited. And I was just telling Thomas earlier, I'm like, 5 weeks of nerves and butterflies. Here we go. So September 20th can't come fast enough. So, hey guys. So also everyone calls me Mama T. In fact, I'm actually hot. So I'm going to take this off. I'm in Texas. It's really, really hot. And so, so that's it about my accolades. I'm the size format expert. So if you are a size instructor, you have my videos as well. And I'm a master trainer. So, but all of that aside, I know that I've been in the workout videos and I've been involved with Beachbody for a long time, but that actually taught me nothing about running a business or how to be a coach. Well, a little bit about how to be a coach, but really how to run a business. I had to learn this exactly the same way as everyone else, exactly the same way as you. And back when I first started, we didn't have the new website that we have now. And we actually launched it when we launched the UK. So it was very different. We had training. We did have training, not to say that, but there's so much more now available to our new coaches. So please make sure you take advantage of that. There is some really good stuff. I know that you've already looked at it, and I'm sure you've had training from your upline coaches as well. I will say this, guys, try not to overcomplicate what we do. And I'm sure you've heard it before. What we do takes a lot of hard work, perseverance, and confidence. And reading our personal development, reading and listening to personal development is going to be huge. It is huge. So don't ever stop doing that. But don't overcomplicate what we do, because while we work super hard, it is a lot of hard work. It's simple work. So I always tell my new coaches that there are 5 things, the 5 main things that we do as coaches. And if we just remember that these 5 simple things, if we continue to work hard with these 5 simple things and be consistent, you've heard that word, the big C word, be consistent every single day, you will have an incredible business. So the first 2 are no-brainers for sure. We push play and we do our workout. That's like brushing our teeth, right? We do that without even thinking. Obviously, it's not that easy, but we know every day we are going to do our workout. That is our job. And how blessed are we? How fortunate are we that is part of our business, that we get to show up and do something healthy for ourselves, that we have the privilege of doing something healthy for our mind, body, and spirit, and turn that into a business. So I look at that as a privilege. So anytime you are struggling to get your workout in, remember that. So 1, we do our workout. 2, we drink our Shakeology. I mean, I sometimes drink it like twice a day if I can, especially during the summer months. So those 2 are pretty much no-brainers, right? 3, personal development. This is the piece that I ignored for the first 6 months of my business, maybe even longer, because I always thought, I don't need help. I don't have, I thought it was more self-help, or I didn't make the time to read. And now I wish that I would have started it so much sooner. So make sure that you are plugged into some sort of personal development. Ask your upline. I know we have tons of recommendations. I have a list that I give to all of my coaches that I can send. I'll put some links down below, some Google links, so you guys have them for reference as we go through this training today. So that's 3. Number 4, we talk about what we do publicly. Yes, that's the scary word, publicly, like out loud, like not just to our family in the house, right? We share what we do publicly. Because if we don't talk about it and we don't share it publicly, then who's gonna know what we're doing besides our cat and our spouse and our children, right? So we do need to share that. And there's so many great books out there, or in audibles and podcasts about confidence. And we are going to talk about that in just a little bit. So that's number 4. And number 5, we talk to other people about what we're doing and invite them to do it with us. I know number 4 and number 5 are scary, right? But they're not, and that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to turn those nerves into excitement, and I'm going to show you exactly why you do not need to struggle anymore about sharing this opportunity with people, right? How many times have you said, or have you heard, if you have a coach and you're onboarding new coaches, or you're talking to prospects, potential coaches, and they all say this: I just don't want to be salesy. I don't want to sound like a salesperson, right? And I always say this: then don't sell. You're never selling if you're sharing. And so that's going to bring me to my first point. I have 5 points to share with you guys. So I hope that you're ready to take some notes. And the first one is all about your story. Sharing with confidence, sharing your story. And it really should start there. And you might have had different exercises, but I'll try to help you with coming up with your story, because your story is what sells, right? Your story sells, the facts tell. Nobody really cares about the facts. You may think so, but no, right? Because your story is what sets you apart. Now, I didn't really give you too much background about how I started with Beachbody. I'll sum it up. I'll try to sum it up in 30 seconds, but I started a long time ago with Beachbody with, one of my best friends, Sean T. We met as dancers on a show way before Beachbody, and then he did his first program, Hip Hop Abs with Beachbody, and I helped him develop the program. I even went with him to audition the program to Beachbody. I also helped him run his test group, and I helped all the in-person test group participants get results with Hip Hop Abs, and then the rest is history. And so I've been alongside him on this journey, and it's been truly incredible. So I've been on the other side, but I did not start coaching until 5 years ago, and here's why. I know, I kick myself every single time, but I do believe there's a reason for everything, and timing is everything. And I truly believe that it wasn't the right time in my life. And 5 years ago, on August 1st, 2013, that was the right time in my life to become a coach. And I started with this business, helping run the test groups, and I even started helping develop some programs with Beachbody long before I was a coach. I was bankrupt in 2010. This is also part of my story that I did not want to share for so long because I was embarrassed and ashamed. And let me tell you, the minute you let down those walls and you're able to be transparent and show every part of you, you become so much more relatable, and that's just freeing for your soul. That's just so much growth anyway. So I was bankrupt 2010, and Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. That's all based on our own personal efforts. That disclaimer, I have to say that, right? Because it doesn't. There's nothing nothing is guaranteed in life. We have to work for it, but we can totally do it. What is guaranteed is that you have the opportunity to make this something huge for yourself. That is guaranteed. So let's get back to how I started going into coaching. So several years, let's see, it was about July 2013, and I just got some really awful news that I was going to lose 50% of my income. 50%, half. And at this time, our baby was young. He was just a baby, and my husband was the stay-at-home dad at the time because economically it just made more sense. So I had 45 days to figure out what I was going to do to help pay the bills. And somebody suggested, you should become a coach. And you know what I said? No way. That is a crazy cult with a bunch of crazy salespeople. I don't want any part of it. Can you believe I said that? I was even the Shakeology trainer and Shakeology poster girl way back when Shakeology first came out. I didn't even drink it then. I didn't believe in the coaching opportunity, and it's just because I was ignorant. I didn't know anything about that. And so now I'm very proud to say that I'm one of these crazy people. I'm one of y'all in this crazy cult. But the one thing that I knew about our workout programs, now I remind you, I had no idea what being a coach meant. I had no idea what building a business was. I didn't even sign up with a challenge pack. I signed up with the $39.95 membership fee and called my coach, Danielle Natoni, and I said, Danielle, how come it says I'm inactive? The whole thing, right? Because I actually just went and signed up, and I didn't even ask her for help. I just thought I knew it all and signed up. And anyway, I called back and got a challenge pack, and I did it the right way. But so this coincided exactly at the same time that I did T25. Any T25 lovers in here? T25 completely changed my life. So while I was a part of so many different Beachbody programs, I was on the other side. But when T25 came around, that's when I had gained 60 pounds with my pregnancy. I had a C-section, and I thought for sure my fitness career was completely over. I did not just bounce back from my pregnancy. I did not work out while I was pregnant. I didn't work out for 7 months postpartum. So I was not, what everybody thought I was. And I truly thought that it was over until T25 changed my life completely. And when I mean completely, like still to this day, the power of the program, that's also one of the points I'm going to make. I promise I'm going to get to these 5 points. T25 completely changed my life. And my husband did it as well. So if you've done T25, he was the one with the amazing squats. That's my husband, Derek. It changed our lives so much. It was also the first time we committed to drinking Shakeology every single day. So now we are just like all of the people that I've seen go through these life-changing transformations, that I finally understood what it was. Now, you don't have to go through a huge physical transformation to have a story. You don't. But there is some part of our workouts or some part of our products that has changed some part of your life in any way, shape, or form. So let's just get right into this. The first thing is your story, right? So I already said your stories sell, the facts tell, right? So I want you to think about, what is your story? What first attracted you to Beachbody? What was it? I see a lot of people talking about T25. Maybe it was Insanity, P90X. I'm trying to think of some of the older programs that were more popular in the UK before some of our newer ones. Well, what was it that brought you on, that attracted you to Beachbody? There was something. Think about that. What was your story that led you up to saying, you know what, I really need to do this? Oh, Insanity Max 30, I'm seeing come up. And I want you to write it down. Do a little lesson of drafting your story, okay? It could be super long. This is just for you. It's like a journaling exercise, because this story, this part of your story, is what you're going to be sharing bits and pieces of on your social media, especially in your stories, on your posts, or just talking to people, okay? Now, I did not share my full story publicly for an entire year. I remember specifically, it was on my birthday, 1 year, so it was about a year and a few months into my coaching journey, that I finally listened to everybody else around me, all of my good friends that were telling me, girl, nobody knows this side of you. We all think that you're just this machine, that you have no weaknesses, that you're just super strong. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm super sensitive. I cry like that. I have so many fears. I have so many skeletons in the closet. I was bankrupt. I'm a latchkey kid. I grew up with a single parent working mother. I've been babysitting myself since I was 5 years old. 5! Could you imagine leaving your kids by themselves at 5? But it definitely shaped who I am today. And it wasn't until I let go. I dropped all those walls around me. I let go, and I finally shared who I truly was. And not only did it just change my business, but it changed my life. My life. I was able to stand proud and share my struggles. Now, you don't have to have a struggle like that to be successful in this business, but it wasn't until I let down all those walls and decided that my story mattered and that it really wasn't about me anymore. It was about reaching that one person who needed to hear that story to give them some hope that they can make a go at this, whether it was that they are trying to come back from pregnancy weight, they're trying to lose their pregnancy weight, or coming back from financial distress, some part of my story is going to help somebody. So just know that when you're sharing your story, it's not about you anymore, right? It's about helping other people. Now, I don't mean to say that you need to air, this is not to be confused with airing your dirty laundry out. And I know I've talked to my UK coaches that it's a little bit, at least of what I've heard, and I could be wrong, about sharing your story publicly. I don't know, maybe we're super open here in the United States, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't have to do that. But share some part of your story so that you can connect with someone. Remember, this is a business of relationships. It's not a business of talking to someone for the first time in hopes of closing the deal. right? No, this is getting to know someone, you speaking very little, asking, the only time you should be speaking is asking them tons of questions, because it really is about them and how you can help them. So number one, it's your story. Write it out. Think about it. Talk about share different parts of your story. And these are the little bits and pieces that you'll be sharing on your social media, whether they're in your stories or in your posts. And they could be brief. They don't have to be long. In fact, I don't like to read long things, especially now we're just scrolling, right? We're just doing this, and you want to make sure there's no phone in here. That's my case. I'm talking on my phone. So know that when you're sharing bits and parts of your story, that there is one part of that that's going to help someone, if not all of that, that's going to help someone get engaged and start to really trust, believe in you, connect with you, and follow you. It may take you 5 to 7 times for them to finally say yes. I have people that have been following me, and they say, I've been watching your journey for 3 years, and I'm finally ready to join one of your challenge groups. I'm finally ready to just, go for it, and I'm gonna be a coach on your team. And I'm like, it took you how long? But what if I didn't show up? What if I stopped sharing my story? What if I stopped being consistent with those 5 things that I talked about in the beginning, right? What if I didn't do my workout, drink my Shakeology, read or listen to my personal development, share on social media what I'm doing, and then invite others to do it with me? What if I didn't do that consistently? I probably wouldn't be sitting here asked to train you guys on some success tips, that's for sure, but I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at today. And I just want you to remember that your story is so powerful. Now, so moving on to that, moving on to the next point is 2, passion in the program. I know you might have heard power of the program, passion in the program. This is how I run my business. I have always led with the fitness portion. Some people lead with the business portion. I lead with the power of the program, because that is what changed my life and what really inspired me to do this. Not only did I need income, but also because I finally believed it myself, because it worked for me. I finally understood what it meant. So to me, we are a results-driven business. When people are going inactive, or they ghost you, or you can't find them anymore, chances are they're not being consistent. Because somebody who's pushing play every day, somebody who's engaged in their health and fitness with our Beachbody programs, they're lifers. They're going to stay, because every single day their life is good and amazing, or better. I'm not saying their life is not good, but their life is amazing because they feel so good after they accomplish one healthy thing that day. And I truly believe it's all in the challenge groups. I lead with challenge group. 61 months now, I have run a challenge group every single month of my business. I have never stopped running a challenge group. So whether it's with a new program, and let's say, for example, here's a good example. I am doing a Lift 4 challenge group right now. So we are on week 6, like a lot of us are who started with the VIP access. We are in week 6, but I just started a new challenge group today for those who did not order Lift 4 before and are now seeing the results and watching my stories and talking about it. So I started a new group, and it's an open program. So in case people don't want to do Lift 4, they might want to do another program. So sometimes I run 2 at the same time. It's not easy, but I do it because I want to consistently bring people into the business and consistently help more and more people with our program, because you can see how much passion I have. I know it works because it worked for me. So you keep hearing me say how it worked for me. That's how you need to share your story and talk about this, is how it's working for you. Again, the facts tell, but your story and how it's changed your life, or how it's changed someone in your challenge group's life, or someone in your family, or someone you know. And I'm going to give you another little tip. You may think, well, I've tried to share this coaching opportunity with other people, but I don't have a success story yet with coaching. Well, neither did I. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even sign up with Challenge Pack. I signed up with $39.95. I didn't know anything about this business, but I did know this. There were other people in this business that were seeing success. And so those were the stories that I shared. I shared my coach's stories. You can share any coach's stories who made it public and say, now look at this story. This story is what inspired me to pursue this business and to pursue my dreams of being an entrepreneur in health and fitness. And that's where I'm going. And that's what I'm doing. It's okay to share those other stories. It's also okay to faith it till you make it. Faith, F-A-I-T-H, right? You can speak, right? We're sharing with confidence. With posture, I learned that word from SJ, right? Lifting that chest high and sharing with confidence. And how do you do that? I truly believe it's the power of the program. By you doing all of those vital behaviors, by you doing a program from start to finish, you have something to speak on because you're confident. You have something to share. You are never selling if you are sharing. I always say that because I can't tell you, every new coach that I onboard says the same thing. I don't know. I'm afraid all of my friends are going to ignore me because they don't, they're just going to think I'm selling them something. So I say, you know what? Don't just call them up and say, hi, I haven't talked to you in 5 years, but would you like to join my challenge group? Of course, you would hang up the phone or you would delete that text message, right? So don't do that. Imagine how you would want to be approached. And also it takes time. Remember, it takes time to build this business. I will also let you know in speaking of taking time to build this business, don't get caught up in the analysis, what I call analysis paralysis. I have a lot of coaches sometimes that come on and think, I'll start when I finish the training. I'll start when I get my results. I'll start when I start learning more about this business. No, 5 years in, I'm still learning about this business. I still take mad notes. You can see, I still take tons of notes. I'm still learning every single day. That's what we do in this business. Times change, and it is definitely not the same as it was 5 years ago. So I'm still learning as well. But here's what you do. You learn as you go. So remember I said in the beginning, those 5 simple things, while it's a lot of hard work, they are simple things and not to overcomplicate it. You don't have to finish a whole training to get started. You just need to do your workout, drink your Shakeology, read your personal development, feel good about what you're doing so that you have something to speak on, something to share. And if you're running out of ideas of what to do, talk to your coach. And perhaps you just may not be tapping into every single part of this business that you love. And that's what you need to share. I'm looking down on my notes, making sure that I don't miss anything. So I talked about the passion in the program, that it truly is about being plugged into our total package. That's what I believe in. That's what I run this business with. I always start with the challenge group, and then I'm going to go into the very last thing I will share on and help you with is how I present the coaching opportunity to everyone. I don't just say, oh, I'll talk to them about upgrading to a coach later. Nope. Remember, I don't do, not when. I'll do this when. No, I do it now. Time is now, right? What do we have to be afraid of? Nothing, right? Nothing. We don't walk around with a shirt on that says, I failed today. I didn't get 5 people to join my challenge group. Nobody knows but us. That's the narrative that we tell ourselves. So we have to get out of our own way because it's not about us. It's about the other people. And so 1 is your story. 2, passion in the program. I lead with the challenge group all the time. 3, it's not about us. I've already touched on this, but I'm just going to reiterate it one more time. Sharing with confidence. The one way that has really helped me with this, again, is knowing that it's not about me. It's not about me. It's how I'm going to help that person on the other side change their life. If I think of it that way, it takes all the nerves out of it and it turns it into a conversation of like, wow, I'm going to have an impact on this person's life. What I have is so incredible, and that is a community of powerful people, supportive people. We offer support. We have a daily accountability, motivation. I'm a super tough love kind of coach. I always tell people I'm a tough love coach because you should know what kind of coach I am and what kind of coach that you're joining. I'm a super tough love coach, mostly love, but tough when you need it, because I know what it takes to get results, because I've been through it myself. I know it takes hard work. And you guys are, if you haven't already noticed, your fitness journey is exactly the same way as your business journey. If you only work out Mondays and Thursdays, chances are your results are not going to come as quick as you'd like. If you work your business on Mondays and Thursdays, chances are your business isn't going to grow at the speed that you want it. You have to be consistent, right? And we also know that we may not lose, I'm going to say 10 pounds, but what is, you got stone? I don't know, but what we say, you may not lose, 10 pounds in your first month like you planned, but do you give up? No, you keep going. You show up and you keep going, because eventually you know you're going to get there. Same thing with this business. You got to keep showing up, because if you don't, you know you're going to go in the opposite direction. But if you do, look at all of the possibilities that are there for you. Again, 5 years, I never thought that day that I signed up with $39.95 that I'd be sitting here where I am today. And, being in videos and all that stuff, that taught me nothing about building a business. So that was a completely separate, part of it. It had nothing to do with my coaching. And there are a lot of coaches that have accomplished much more than I have, and even faster. They're not in videos, so it doesn't matter. We all start on an even playing field, and we all just have to do the same kind of work. So it's not about us, it's about them. I promise you, if you take that mindset, those nerves will just subside. And again, it's like, think of your favorite movie, or your favorite book, or lipstick, or whatever, something that you love. How easy is that to share with people? It's like nothing. It just rolls off your shoulder. It just rolls off your tongue. It's very easy. You never feel like you're selling. You're like, oh my goodness, you have to go get those shoes. Shoes. Shoes is another one. You have to go get them. And here's why. Why can't you say, oh my goodness, you need to try this new workout I've been doing. I just work out 4 days a week, and I lift these weights, and I drink my shake, and like the meal plans, like it's not even stressful. Like, oh my God, I love it. Wouldn't that intrigue you? Wouldn't you be like, well, what is it that you're doing? Did I sell you? Was that creepy? Was that weird? No, I shared my excitement. And now with technology, you can leave voice memos. In Instagram, you can even send videos to people. I've done that. And, just because sometimes I don't want to type it all, and so I send a little video message. You can always copy and paste. You can do, if you have an iPhone, I don't know if Android does this, but they have that, I forget what it's called, but you can set it so that the minute you type something, a text, like an auto text, and then it'll set and copy and paste like everything that you have in that text. What's it called? Somebody type it in. I forget what it's called, but you can set it in your settings that if you write TY, it'll say, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I'm so excited, and it just auto posts, auto types. So that is that. Going on, hopefully I'm not going around in circles and I'm staying on. I do have notes. So number 4, it's important as Beachbody coaches that we are careful not to speak Beachbody language, or what we call Beachbody lingo, especially in the UK, right? We're still so brand new, and what's really popular there are our workouts. I get that, right? Shakeology is still so new. So what we need to do is more share and explain how and why, sorry, that's my foot massager under there, how and why this business works, or how and why our challenge groups work, how and why you want to help them. That's what's really important. Okay, because again, it's not about you, it's about them. How can you help them reach their goals? And with you asking them all these questions, right? Now you're able to find out more, right? So before fixing their need, we need to find their need, right? And that's by asking the questions. I would also be careful. Text replacement. Thank you, Helena, on iOS. it's important not to use words like, to me, I don't think you should use the words challenge group, accountability, maybe accountability group. Use words that everyday people understand. Online fitness challenge, I wouldn't even say group, because if they're not on Facebook, they're like, what's a group? Like, does that mean we meet every day at a certain time and we're gonna do a workout together? I like to use online fitness challenge, online accountability challenge, online boot camp. Make sure you say, if you, Justine just wrote boot camp, but be careful, because I would write boot camp and then it would say, well, what time do we meet every day? Am I supposed to show up somewhere? So I always say it's an online or virtual boot camp. Yeah, so boot camps are great, but just make sure you use the word virtual or online, because I always get people ask, does that mean I need to show up at a certain time every day? They think maybe we all log in somewhere and we work out together. So make sure you just use those kinds of words, those buzzwords, to get people in. And then explain why. I have a video on this, and you can look, if you go to my website, taniathemachine.com, I've done a lot of little videos that explain to people what a challenge group is, why it's so important to be part of that community, why it's so important to work with a coach. I also have a section on coaching, so it's taniathemachine.com, and you can just go there and you can check out. I also have a section on what it means to be a coach, how it's changed my life, and then I have forms there that I have people fill out. Go look at that, and if that helps you, I hope it helps you with some ideas for your business as well. So go ahead and take a look at all of that. So explain what a challenge group is. Explain why they're successful, how they're gonna get results, how you're gonna be there for them, showing up every day, being their biggest cheerleader, helping them get results and be there every step of the way. I always talk about how it's so hard to do this on our own, so why do it by ourselves? Do it together. Let me help you. And in turn, you're helping me. This helps me stay accountable, and this is what I love. So again, you see, when I speak with so much passion because I mean it. So you got to find the passion in the program, the passion in this business, the parts that you love. Take the parts that you love and share that, because that is what's going to get people. That is what's going to attract people, and that's how you're never going to sell, and you're going to share with confidence and turn those nerves into excitement. Sorry, my dog's barking. Someone's here. My husband's here. Okay, and I promise we'll do Q&A in just a moment. Make sure I cover all these points. Okay, and then the last thing that I promised I would share with you is how I offer the coach opportunity to everyone. Just want to make sure I have all my points here. Okay, you guys ready? So I do all of my communication via email. So whenever anybody direct messages me on Instagram or on Facebook, I always take them to email, because I cannot communicate on 5 different platforms. I just cannot do it. I need everyone to contact me via email. So on my Instagram account, it is set up as a business account, so I can put, but I don't think it matters. You could put your email address and have an email link. And my email is open to the public. All they have to do is click that. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are using, use link in bio, and that can link to anything. Some people use Linktree, so that it's kind of like a landing page and people can click on different things. Another thing that people do, which I find is really awesome, is they link it to a Google form. So if you do, again, and if you go to my website, you'll see how I use all different Google forms. They're super simple. You can Google how to make a Google form. Super, super simple. And they're just intake forms for me, because for me, I like a streamlined process. So I take everyone to either link in bio, which takes them to my website, or to a Google form. You don't have to have a website. After 4 years, I finally did a website, but you don't need one. You could just do any way that people can get in contact with you. I like doing a Google form because it populates all of the information on a spreadsheet, and then that spreadsheet now becomes your business activity tracker. Now you can take that spreadsheet and you could highlight, make them every different color. There's different forms. Woofu has great forms as well. And so what I like to do is I like to take that spreadsheet and make color codes. Like I mark them green if they signed up, or I make little notes. They have BOD but I sent them an email. Like I do all kinds of things, and you'll see my intake form, and it asks all kinds of questions because that's how I ask questions and how I form them. That's how I know how to better help them. And then I have it in streamlined process. So I take everyone to email. So my first email out to people is, yes, Streak is another, Streak works too. I don't use Streak, but any kind of system that works for you, have some sort of system, because for me, it makes me crazy to have 5 different ways of communicating. I'm afraid I'll lose someone, so take everyone to email. My first email out to them explains very briefly what an accountability group is, what kind of coach I am, and why I'm excited to help them get started on their journey. If you are ready, reply back, I'm in, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to sign up. Super short, you can even put that in a text message, anything like that, okay? So again, super short, because I don't want to word vomit. I don't want to just, bleh, this is everything, right? But here's what also helps. If you feel confident, and here's what, if you want, you can make short little videos. I think a lot of us are getting much better at videos because we're in this in social media age that we're used to making these videos. I make a video that explains what exactly a challenge group is, and you can find that on my site as well, but you can just save it as a link, a YouTube link, and insert it in your email or in your text message and say, here's what a challenge group is. And so now they get to see you, your voice, if you're comfortable like that. Or you could just make a short paragraph about what being in a challenge group means. So they need to understand that. So they write back and they say, I'm in, right? Or I have more questions. Then I answer their questions. Or if they say I'm in, then I send them an email that explains their different options on how to sign up. So I do that. At the bottom, I'm gonna open up what I say to my customers when I am giving them the coaching opportunity right off the bat, because I offer the coaching opportunity to anyone and everyone. So I say, I'm just gonna read off my email. I say, in big bold letters, I say, after I give them the options of signing up with either bot or, I show them the different options, I say in the next section in big bold letters, upgrade to a coach account and save 25% on all future orders. And I say, learn more about our membership discount. So I use those buzzwords. Some people use loyalty plan or our VIP program. I say membership discount because there are no questions. People understand the word membership and they understand the word discount, right? They may not understand coach. And the word coach sometimes scares people. So, but I don't not use the word coach account, because when people sign up on our website, it doesn't say membership discount. It doesn't say VIP coach account. It doesn't say, it says coach. So they have to know that they're signing up as coach. So don't mislead them, but just let them know that there are different ways of being a coach. So then I say, learn more about our membership discount here. And all that is just a short video of me talking about what it is. That's on my website as well. And then I say, you can upgrade to a coach account with any of these challenge packs, which waives the $40 or 40-pound sign-up fee, and you'll save 25% on all future orders. You can even earn some extra cash, cover the cost of your shakes, and I'll show you just how to do that, and even build a side business if you like. That's 2 sentences. That's how I offer the coaching opportunity. Not scary, not icky, not gross, but I would be really upset if someone didn't tell me that there was a coach opportunity or an opportunity to save some money and even cover the cost of my monthly shakes. Then the very next paragraph says, let's start the enrollment process, ... I say, click here. I just use a link, right? You can hyperlink and you could do, Command K, or you could just, I use Google, Gmail. You can use a little highlight and then the link button and put a link. I say, click here to sign up as a customer with any of our packs, or, and I put it in big bold, or click here to sign up as a coach and receive our membership discount for the same exact price as a customer. Remember, your $40 coach sign-up fee is waived and all future orders are 25% off. This is a much better deal and you are never locked in. You can delay your shipments, cancel at any time at no penalty to you. And then I take it to a share cart, and that's how I offer it to everybody. Now you could do the same thing just by, you can speak that verbally in a voice message. So all of these things, I do everything automated and in templates and all of that stuff. So that is that's how, let me just want to make sure. Yes, Michelle, actually, I will do that. I will give you guys scripts. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I will do a Google and I will give you guys scripts. And I think I mentioned PD lists on how I show people which books broken down, scripts. I know it was too much to write. And also, if you want to just check out my website, I'm not trying to track none of that. I just use my website for informational purposes. So I'm not trying to get you guys, we're all coaches, right? But if you go to my website, you can see how I run everything. And again, you don't need a website, but I do think there are some parts of there that could really help you in building your business. Woo! The last thing I was just gonna say is, as a new coach, I find one of the best ways to get started is to start a challenge group or a free group or some kind of group, maybe partner up with another coach and start some kind of group. And that's how you just kind of have to go for it. Like, pick a date, and then 2 to 3 weeks before that date is perfect lead time to start your challenge group. That's when you can start promoting and talking about and sharing. You can open your free sneak peek info groups on Facebook, however you want to do all that. And that, to me, you just kind of have to jump in and just go for it. Because to me, again, I lead with challenge groups and the power of the program, because when people start to feel amazing, they are lifers. And then they want to do what you're doing. They want to become coaches and pay it forward. And that's something I always say too. Don't ever worry about coaching or having to coach, right? But you know what? Once you start feeling amazing, you're just going to be oozing with all this awesomeness that you can't help but share what this is with other people. So why not? You make the extra money. All right, so let's open it up for questions. Hold on. Let's see. Do you do a free sneak peek before every group? Okay, good question. I do not do a sneak peek before every group. I do a free sneak peek group before a new program. That's what I do. But I know as a new coach, we have Clean Week, which is an awesome way to get people into our ecosystem, into our Beachbody environment and our community, is by running a free group. Clean Week, I think, is money, because they get their Shakeology samples, they get to do Clean Week, and they get the support. They get because you can't just have one shake and be like, oh, this is life-changing, right? And also make sure you teach them how to make their shakes, right? Because it's usually user error. Like, if they're mixing it with warm water in a shaker cup, no wonder they hate it. Sorry, that was a side note. But make sure you teach them how you make your shakes. I do that too, because right? I've done it, shaking it up, like traveling in warm water. It's like, right? But of course they're gonna not want it. So make sure that you do that as well. So I don't do that with every group. Next question. You guys can start writing down your questions. Are those click here links you share in that email going straight to a share cart? Oh, good question. Okay, good. Good question, Lucy. So, no, they're not a share cart. I would build the share cart. It just takes them to my shop page, like my coach website, and then they could shop around, because sometimes I may not get to them in time to do a share cart. So I want them to be able to go and find the link. And to be honest, I actually close more not on share a cart. I do share a cart, but I actually get more people signing up just by the links that I give them to my Beachbody site. Any other questions? Let's see. Someone said poison. Is that what you mean, like the warm Shakeology? So I will make sure that I share scripts. What else? Do I use BB links? No, I actually use Coach Link Generator because that I trust. I trust the stuff that comes right out of our Beachbody, right from our Beachbody IT. I want to make sure all the links are proper. So I don't use BB links. I know a lot of people do. I just use Coach Link Generator because it's super easy. What's your go-to solution for people who say it's too expensive? Good. The price objection. I'm so glad that you asked about that. So, sorry, I want to make sure. Okay, and then, okay, so let me talk about the price reduction because I bet you that's very common. I get it still. It's just too expensive. What I say is, I understand that. I go, I get it. First of all, always feel, felt, found, right? I totally understand how you feel because I felt the same way. I was like, for Shakeology, right? I felt the same way. So I totally understand how you feel. But here's what I found. The minute that I started drinking Shakeology and doing the workouts every single day, so using Shakeology every day, not once in a blue moon, it was the first time I really did feel a difference. And here's why. It made me poop regularly. Yes, I say that. Can I tell you how many times I've sold Shakeology and Challenge Pack off of, I poop regularly. I do. You could say it keeps me regular. I do that. And I talk about, I don't even tell them everything that's in Shakeology. I also always show them the value in what they're getting versus what they're paying, right? Because if you show them all the value, here's what you're getting. You're getting thousands, what is it? How many workouts are in our Beachbody On Demand? Like you are getting all of that. You can carry your workout everywhere you go. You can do any workout. And I don't, because I'm also a group fitness instructor, I don't use the whole, and you don't need a gym, because I also believe in going to the gym and taking classes as well. But here's what I say. You have the ability to do your workouts anywhere, and you can do any workout with any of our programs. You don't have to just have one workout. You have all of them. And the value alone in that is like, that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. You get that. Plus you get our meal replacement that equals about $4 a day or £4, whatever the math is over there. I know it's a little bit less than what we pay here. I break it down to that. I would go to the grocery store and spend to the convenience store when I'm putting gas in my car. I would go into the convenience store and spend like $5 on nothing, usually 10 every single day. So I always talk about the value and what they're getting. And then don't forget, they get you absolutely free as a bonus. Like they don't have to pay for you. You are their bonus prize. You are the ones. Yes, Netflix of workout. You're the one that's going to help them. That to me is worth everything. So don't forget to show them the value of you and why being part of this community, these challenge groups work. So I still get price objections all the time, but I always share what they're getting and the value of what they're getting more than what they're spending. If you talk about it that way, and then with our package deals, it's almost like we're just giving stuff away. With our deluxe packs with the performance line, I mean, it's incredible what we give. So I always make sure this is a package I would get if I were you, because I get a full year of Beachbody On Demand. I get my Shakeology, my first 30 days. And because I'm a coach, so I'm going to sign up as a coach, my second month is going to be at my coach price. And I get to try you get to try a full size container of both our Recover and our Energize, which I totally use. You guys see me shake up my drink, all that kind of stuff. So again, I just talk about what they're getting versus what they're paying. And then they just forget. They're like, okay, tell me where to sign up. We hope, right? Let's see. What do you do in your group individual? Let's see. I am a team of one. Do I do a free group or wait till I have someone join my team? So your team of one, that one person is a person and a life that you can change. Go ahead and start. But what I would also do is, be one-on-one with that person. Do it with them. But I would also see if you can connect with other coaches and you guys can do it together. Because that's always helpful in the beginning. It also helps with the nerves, and it's just more exciting that way. Okay, what else? I'm sorry, this was super long. Okay, well, I will make sure that I'm going to take my son to karate, and then when I come back, I will get all these over to you guys, and I think that's it. Hopefully you were able to take away some part of this, all of it, something to help you share your story with more confidence, and which in turn is going to turn those nerves into excitement. You don't have to be super outgoing. You don't. Like, I'm actually the shyest person in the room when I'm presenting and talking about something I love, yes, but like at a social setting, I'm in the corner quiet all by myself. So it's just about sharing what you love. Always remember that. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I hopefully will see some of y'all in October, because you are going to get to some sort of super Saturday. One of them, you're going to get to one of your events. Get to an event. It is so important to be at a live event. I've never missed one. So I will see you hopefully then. Bye, guys.